I've been using VR for the last 4 months to improve my game as a professional footballer, and I've seen some really interesting results. Be sure to stick around until the end of the video where I give my full thoughts on how it's helped my game. Anyway, at the start of the 2024 season, I released this video explaining how I was going to be adding a couple hours of training with Be Your Best to my weekly training schedule, and I've stuck to that. For those that don't know, Be Your Best is a VR football app that has been proven to help you develop your vision, decision-making, and cognitive skills by putting you through a variety of different on-field and in-game scenarios. And they're also the sponsor of this video. When I used Be Your Best for the first time, it honestly was pretty eye-opening for me. I quickly found that I wasn't scanning nearly as much as I needed to be, and I almost never, barely ever did the critical scan, which is that quick little glance over your shoulder to get that view of what's behind you as that ball is on its way towards you. The 3 goals that I wanted to work on were to improve the decision making of when to scan, the frequency of which I scan, and then to just do some version of a critical scan, add that into my game at some point. I'll put up on the screen right now exactly what one of those sessions look like. We're back in the Be Your Best lobby, so I'll show you kind of what I've been doing. I really like doing the challenges, which is this new thing that Be Your Best is working on, where you can focus in on 1 or 2 things. So like I said, the things that I've been having issue with is the critical scan, as well as the scan timing. And I kind of do just scan basics as well. So those have been the 3 that I've really been doing, but pretty much critical scan is probably majority of what I've been doing. But I'll show you 1 scan timing and then 1 critical scan. So scan timing, as you can see, looking at the ball when it's being touched, looking away from it when it's traveling between players or between touches. So just hop in and show you guys. Okay, put it center back.
Great pass. Critical scan. Nice scan rate. Keep it up. Great pass.
Here's the results from this challenge. Scan timing 82% correct, which is pretty good. I'll show you now one working on the critical scan. This is the other one that I really need help with. The critical scan is about making one last scan as the ball is traveling towards you.
Nice scan timing. Critical scan. Excellent pass.
Oh, good start. So the main question is, though, did this help my game at all? Well, the first thing that I noticed about 2 weeks after I really started implementing this into my training regimen was that I was more mindful of scanning in my team training sessions. Obviously, as a pro footballer already, when I'm in the passing patterns or I'm in training or even in games, I'm mindful of checking anyway. But after using Be Your Best, I would constantly tell myself, try to check a little bit more. When I would invert a little bit more, instead of just always playing backwards, I tried to make it a goal to check my shoulders and really see what was around me. And then if the right decision was to play backwards, I'd play backwards. I also would even notice when that ball would start zipping in towards me, I'd have a little voice in the back of my head saying, try out the critical scan, see if you can do it right now. It wasn't anything mind-boggling. It wasn't anything crazy revolutionary for my game, but it was just those little tiny details that I noticed were improving. After a couple months of working on it pretty religiously, both in the Be Your Best training app, but also in my own team training sessions, I just kind of felt like on the field, I was feeling more and more comfortable and had a better picture of the entire field. I don't want to blow anything out of proportion. It's not like it completely doubled my possession stats or my passes completed, or it just did anything that just completely changed my game. But it really improved these little details, and I could feel it, and I could feel in my mind, and I could feel in the field that I felt a little bit more comfortable in spaces that I previously didn't feel as comfortable. But to be honest, at the professional game, it's these little details that add up. A lot of people always ask what separates a professional player from a semi-pro or a semi-pro from an amateur, or even the elite pros from the mid-tier pros, and the mid-tier pros from the lower level pros. And it really is the details. These tiny little details add up over the entire course of a game or the entire course of your career, and that's what separates pros. And I think Be Your Best really helps work on one of those details. I also really think you have to utilize it in the right way. This training tool is very, very good at being that extra cherry on top of your entire Sunday that is your full training regimen. VR is not the place where it's going to completely replace any of your current training. It's not going to replace your individual, your team training. It's not going to replace your film review or your time at the gym, but it will add that little extra 1% on top of that all. And I think if you add that 1 or 2 hours a week on top of everything else, it really will have a positive benefit to your game. And like I said in the last video, but I think the biggest pro about Be Your Best in VR training is that there's practically zero wear and tear on your body. You can do this anywhere at any time, and all you need is just a little bit of space. I did majority of my training at like 9 o'clock at night. I would give Scarlett a bath, put her down for bed. I'd come back downstairs, maybe be watching Bridgerton, and then I would just pop on the headset and get 30 or 45 minutes of Be Your Best training. So overall, I really enjoyed Be Your Best. I really enjoyed this tool. I think it did have a positive benefit to my game, and I'll continue to do it for the foreseeable future. So if you guys want to become a more calm and composed player on the pitch, you'll first need a MetaQuest 2 or MetaQuest 3 headset. Then head to BeYourBest.com and use my promo code to get a great discount off this product. If you're watching this during the 2024 Euros, then you can actually get 40% off a yearly subscription by using the code EURO40. But if not, don't worry, you can still use my promo code ELITE20 to get yourself 20% off your first month or first year of Be Your Best. Once again, just go to BeYourBest.com or click the link in my description. Thank you so much to Be Your Best for sponsoring this video.